It's your boy Tmrrw. You're logged in to digitaldopeboys.com.
Yeah, what up, y'all? You are now logged on to digitaldopeboys.com. This is strictly for the independent artists.
California faded. Whoa.
I'm from Tacoma, Washington. Mainly like grew up in the University Place area, so over on that side, and then moved out more to the Spanaway area.
I can show you the time of your life, a trip to the hills, step into the
Oh yeah, I sing all the time. Any chance I get, I'm gonna sing. So probably right now, let's see. The most recent song I did was probably, honestly, it's my song. To be honest, I want you to pull it.
Matrix to the Matrix. Whoa.
Hey, on these favorite venues. So I haven't done much venues, but out of the few I have, I maybe did about 5 venues. But out of the 5 venues, I did. I would probably say my favorite one was the Swiss. There's a big turnout there. It's about maybe 30 or something people. I got to rock the stage with a couple different artists from actually different genres. There's a couple country artists, a couple hip hop artists. But that was dope just because all the energy from the crowd. They were welcoming and things like that. And then probably one of the worst venues I did has to be, I think it was at UW Retro. That was in Seattle, and that's just because there was no bodies. Nobody was just feeling the vibe, so it was kind of hard to come off the heels of other people performing and stuff like that, and then nobody was just, I guess they weren't really vibing with the music, so it was I couldn't really feed off the energy there. I don't know.
Jump out of yourself for the night. Whoa, let's take a vacation.
Useless talent. I don't even know. Useless talent. Probably. My math skills. I don't know. My math skills.
I can show you the darkest of things in a city of angels.
My fans, my family, the children, the kids, and the youngest that listen to my music. They're my inspiration, really. Cause they're the ones that give me the feedback. So it's if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even be making music. I wouldn't be where I'm at. I wouldn't have all the exposure I guess I have now, all the support I have now.
Scare you out of your socks, home of the harbor traditions.
My creative process, it starts by, honestly, when I'm writing a song, it starts for me just humming. I'll hum a little melody, and then after that, I'll make words of the sounds that I'm humming, the melody that I'm humming, and then after that becomes a song. And I'll structure the song out, I'll write it out. I really have to go places to experience stuff to be inspired. Certain stuff I don't get moved very easy, so it's I have to experience things. So I go through my experience process, then I get to the melody, then I write actually what I'm hearing in my head down on paper. Then I make words out of it, and then it becomes a song.
No genuine favors, cause that shit gon' come with commission. Trading your soul for exposure.
Depressing. No, but it's it's definitely not music you're getting turned up to or anything like that by any means. It's just it all stems from a real place, I guess. So that's how I would describe my music. It's real. I feel like it's relatable. It's everything. It's just me.
In friendship, I'm losing my interest. It's about who you know when that's something I accounted for.
Most trouble I got into. I know, right? Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of ways around it. I'm man, the most trouble I got into, man, was probably, to say the least, is when I when I messed up on a recording take in the studio. I'm gonna just say that that's the most trouble I got into.
crazy, the more real it gets and the fake it seems. So I don't wanna rap no more.
Earl Sweatshirt. I'll open up for Earl Sweatshirt just because, like, I feel like my music is, like, in a similar genre to Earl Sweatshirt. And not only that, but Earl's dope. He's a dope lyricist. And it'd just be cool to, like, vibe with him and his collective for a second. But I definitely do think I'd be able to, vibe with him as a person. And then also his music fits in the same genre as me.
Fuck it, I'm off for the shits. Go hard till we hit. I cannot switch on my team for the M.
I think that the internet also it builds the artist, but also it destroys the artist's music, because I think it's good for outsourcing your music. But as far as, like, everybody's gonna interpret music differently. So when you put your music in these different places where all these people have different taste of music, and it becomes a little, the media chooses who they want to be, the poster child. So I feel like not everybody gets the proper exposure because everybody's gonna hype up a specific artist because just off of, like, clout. Like, it's all about likes. Who has more clout? Who has the most money? Who can put the most money towards, like, pushing your music and things like that. And that's who flourishes the most, I feel like, in the music scene on the internet. So a lot of these underground artists, such as myself, or other local artists, don't get the opportunity. They might have the same talent as these major artists and these elite artists and stuff like that, but they're not getting the proper exposure because they don't necessarily have the same means as these major artists and these major labels and stuff like that to push their music. So I feel like it oversaturates a lot of these mainstream artists and destroys the local artists.
Youngest my team, the OGs give me gems. It's the pressure you feel when you destined for this.
The Far From Home project is a dope project. You should definitely go get it. You should definitely go check it out. And I'm not just saying that because myself, but the Far From Home project is about, it's my project, and basically what I talk about on there is how far I am away from my roots. I was at a point where when I wrote that project where I was like, okay, I feel like I'm going astray from, like, my morals when it comes to my music, when it comes to my writing and stuff like that. I'm writing songs that I necessarily wouldn't put out. These aren't songs that you would necessarily hear me that fit inside my genre. So Far From Home is just, like I said, just about me, just being far from home or far from my roots. And there's a couple tracks on there where I talk about, like, for example, my song Night in the Hills on there talks about me, being in the hills and the nightlife in the hills and things like that, and just seeing, like, all these, like, what really goes down behind the scenes, things that people don't see in, I guess, your day-to-day life, but the dark side of that. And so it's like, that's just where I was at. I was just at a dark point in my life, so I wanted to portray that with the Far From Home project.
Like a wimp, put my best in the shit. I've been well equipped. Used to put.
Why stop? Somebody, my grandfather actually used to tell me this. He said, if you look in shortest terms, it was like in the realm of, like, you started here. So I basically need to look back at how far I've come and let that be the reason I keep going, because where I came from is nowhere near as bad as where I am now. So always use that as a motivation to keep going. So it's like, why stop? Why would you look back? Why would you go back to what you came from when you're so far? So I think that's probably the best advice I got.
Lays on my sandwiches now. It's lobster and shrimp. I can't go back to.
Honestly, like, off no hype, but Dr. Dre. I gotta collab with Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre, for sure. Dr. Dre. He breeds like elite artists. Like he that's just what he does on his free time. He just, let me pick an artist I want to.
Had focus on the flow. I got a lot of time and room to grow. Maintain the focus, shit.
Next for tomorrow, building my branding myself. Got the live stream, clothes. I want to do merch. I want to do so many things that I have in the works right now. So next 6 months, get my Twitch going. Well, Twitch is already going, but get that actually get some traffic to my Twitch. Building my brand, and then after that, who knows? But that's for the next 6 months is just grinding on Twitch and getting the merch up. You can find me on all streaming platforms, all digital platforms, Apple Music, Spotify. You can find me on social media platforms, Facebook at The Real Tmrrw, The Real Tmrrw, all across all social media platforms. So Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever you want. It's The Real Tmrrw. YouTube, all that good stuff.